about
He
this.
should have said where you
Felix, don't worry about them, Felix. Don't even worry about them.
It's okay.
That's why.
They're just not on the same wavelength. It's all good. It's not.
Is that-
Felix, didn't you have to leave?
Yeah, but
What?
I don't know
That's my laptop connected to it.
Oh, okay, we're looking at.
Chilling.
Alright. Everybody doing good? Good.
Yes.
It's gonna dim the lights. Set the mood.
Why are you eating your cup?
I'm not.
Take my chicken.
Tastes like chicken gizzards.
Go for that.
From Sitco.
I have to do something at all times.
I think you did that too when you was little.
It's
I used
okay.
to
I'm
bite
30
it.
and I still do it.
I
Yeah.
chew my straws.
I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Or-
After a while, I get a headache.
I have to chew my straw.
You chewing?
From chewing on a straw, like it just gives me a headache. My teeth start to hurt.
Like when you get like a.
What kind of straws are you trying to chew on?
Like the Capri
Chewing
Sun.
Like,
Yeah,
No, I
it's
hate
on
chewing
and,
straws.
My brother used to chew on those all the time. It's like a little tiny thing. Like,
It's right. Looking. Can
You
you
pass
pass
me
my
my
phone?
phone.
That's Zach.
Behind you. That's Zach.
Zach, sorry. I know you're loading here, Zach. I'm just.
One has red hair. One has...
Is your favorite color? Is
Brown.
both of your favorite color blue?
My favorite color is yellow.
Oh.
But I'm super white and yellow looks really bad on me. So, I don't buy yellow hair.
you gotta sell for blue.
I do.
Okay.
We just end up matching half the time. Happens when you get married, I guess.
I was Brandon's first.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and pray. Jesus, thank you for this time. Thank you for everybody that's here. Pray that you help us to not only share what we're about, but also allow everybody to really just see that it's more than just soccer, more than just training, but that it's all about you. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. So we brought you here to just kind of talk about the vision, what we're about, because everybody might have in their mind like, okay, this is what I think it's about. This is what I think we do. I know we do training. I know I see the people that are doing training, but it is more than that. Yeah. And so Lauree and I are just going to talk for about 15 minutes about what we're about. Okay. So, because we're bringing a lot of younger people into like U11, U12, trying to work with them, and we want you guys to be leaders. Yeah, we don't want you guys to just be, oh yeah, Anthony trains me, or yeah, I know them, or because that's not what it's about. If that's all we were about, then that's nothing. That doesn't leave a legacy, and we want to give you guys something that goes far beyond soccer, goes far beyond training. So when you are doing whatever you want to do, you'll have something that lasts longer. Right? Good. Okay. So I was going to kind of just share our vision, what we're about, and I'll let my wife share it, I'll let my wife add what she wants to add on to it. Shout out to Lauree, she's awesome. But the vision of what we're about is people development through athletics. Using sport to teach life lessons, discipline, time management, how to handle your relationships, perseverance. And we really want to help you find yourself on and off the soccer field. We want you to know who you are when you're having a great game, when you're having a great season, and who you are when you're having the worst season of your life and everything going wrong. Yeah? When everything's going good on the field, excellent. When everything's going wrong at home, we want to be there for you. Yeah? We're not just about soccer. Soccer goes far beyond, this is just an opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. He's like, what he just said about, making sure you are on and off the field, because you're obviously going to have bad days, obviously, and if you don't at this age find out who you are and your character behind it, then those bad days will determine who you are. And if you miss a shot, that's going to determine who you are, and that's going to reflect you. And even when you're on the field and you miss a shot or you do something, if you don't have that already character behind it of how you're going to handle failure, because failure in itself, it's inevitable. The difference between great leaders is that they get back up. And I was telling Anthony I had midterms, and I'm in my final semester of grad school. Like final semester, I graduate in December. And I studied for a week and a half straight, 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks straight. And you guys even saw it. Like I was out there studying and studying. You know what I made on that test? 62. And I studied 2 weeks straight. And so I could walk away from that, man, I'm the worst person in the world. I don't know anything about business. You know, I'm horrible. But because of my grounding and I know who I am, and that grade does not determine who I am. Am I saying go out and fail? No. But it happens. I studied for 2 weeks and it happened. You know, I thought I knew my stuff and I didn't. So either that or it reflects something totally different. But because when you're on the field and you do have a failure, what's going to be more important to a scout is how you rebound from that and how you react to it, not that you didn't. Okay? And so I know that because I've watched him scout. I know that because I've scouted people before for other things, not necessarily soccer. But that's something that's how you react to your failure is more important than what you do. So that's something that we want to make sure you guys have. It's one thing Anthony can teach anybody to play soccer. But we want to see more and we want to develop you guys more than just that. Because we would not be doing you justice if we just taught you soccer. Because, well, first of all, I wouldn't do you any justice if I tried to teach you soccer, but he wouldn't do you any justice. And that's why we definitely want it to be more than just soccer. Because we believe in you guys, so.
Absolutely. And then also, another thing we want to do is really develop leaders who know who they are apart from the field. Yeah. I know something I've talked to you a lot about, is making sure that who you know, about the energy level, about what you bring to the team, what you can give. Yeah. Because that's invaluable. And you've seen the change in your team. Yeah. So that's one thing I really want you guys to be as leaders, yeah, and not just doing the right things all the time, but doing the right things, okay, doing the right things consistently, to where people go like, man, they're different, yeah, and I can definitely commend a lot of you guys because I see it, yeah, I'm like, oh, he's really, I can give an example of Felix, he's really done a really good job. I'm gonna look this way, then I'm gonna look at him and he'll get me hit. But I can really commend him because he's really taking, not just himself seriously, but the people around him.
It was even the air. It was distracting me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people around him are getting better because he's realizing that it's not about me. It's about making people around me better, and I'll get better. And he's starting to see the results of that. And then another thing I want to discuss with you is make sure your actions, your words, and your lifestyle line up with how you want to be a leader. Yeah. So make sure, off the field matches on the field. Don't be a different person off the field. Oh yeah, I'm a talented striker, I can do all this, oh great. And off the field, you go home depressed. Yeah, you go home feeling like you're not going to make it. Because those two people, if they don't line up, they're one's going to show up in a different avenue. Yeah, you can't be confident on the field if you're not confident off the field, because it's the same person. Okay. And
Before you continue.
go
Is
ahead.
that, just as going off a little bit of what you said, one thing is the concept of having integrity. And I know a lot of times you hear integrity of, doing the right thing when no one's looking. That's what people think integrity is. But if you think about the mathematical terms of the integer, it means whole. And so like how Anthony said, is for us to have, as a leader, for you to have integrity, it is to be the same person on and off the field. It is, like he said, he just took it to a different perspective of not going out and, the whole standard of, oh, I'm not going to go party because everybody else does because I don't do that. But it can be, I can be all happy-go-lucky but battle with depression. Or I'm not the same person and not the same around everybody. And that's important to do. Yeah, you're going to have hard days. Yeah, you're going to think you're the worst soccer player in the world one day. Yeah, you're going to have these kind of days, but you have to, I felt like I was the most unintellectual, stupid person in the world when I came home with that test score. But that didn't define me. And so I talked to Anthony, we prayed about it really quick, and then I just went on with my day and said, well, it's going to be a little harder to pass, but it's all right. But people are going to see the difference in you guys. And it's going to be important for you guys to affect your environment, not to let your environment affect you. So if your team's having a horrible day, it is up to you as a leader to change that. And then at the same time, people are going to do what you do, not what you say. And I can tell you that over and over again because I have worked in the most horrible situations before where we were, cleaning trash at NASCAR games kind of thing. And if I didn't have a positive attitude and do it with my all, the people that were following me weren't going to do it, even if I told them to. And so you can sit there, you could use illustrations. I remember one time, my mentor said, take your hand and do it like this. And everybody did. And he's like, now take it and put it on your forehead. But what did he did it on his chin instead of his forehead. So everybody followed him. They didn't listen to what he said. And so that example speaks louder than anything. So people are going to follow what you do and not what you say. So when the day comes and maybe Coach Anthony asks you to be a coach for a younger team or to help train younger people, they're going to follow what you do. So if they see you, doing something you shouldn't be doing anyway, then guess what? Even if you tell them to work hard and all this, but they see you not, and you can take that in multiple levels. So.
Definitely. Last thing I want to talk, this last part of it. So like I said, we want. Okay. Yeah, we do. Everybody stop breathing for a second. Okay. So like I said, leadership is a key thing. Family, like I said, that's why we bring everybody together. Yeah, David would have been here, Sean's on his way or whatever, but we wanted to make sure that you guys are a family. So.
What's the
805. I guess he had something else to do.
He was actually with his family.
Oh, no, that's good.
Yeah.
That's my space.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say that. But yeah, making sure that it is really good to where I see Tree can go to a game and see Logan or Felix will see Tree and go, oh hey, I know who you are. And it's that family atmosphere, so you always have somebody supporting you. Have the worst game of your life, you'll be able to.
Where's that?
Okay, you have the worst. Oh, I'm gonna touch my feet, man. Okay, but we really want to develop a family atmosphere to let you know that we really care about you guys. We're not just doing this for money. We're doing this because we genuinely care. We want to see you guys succeed on and off the field. And then you should also want the person around you to succeed. Right, Felix? True. Absolutely. And also remember that you're part of a movement to change what it means to be an athlete. A lot of times you go see a Duff Field. Okay, you go see a Duff Field where you got people that are supposedly the best players on their team, and you look at them, they don't even work hard. Now you guys know, how hard we work in training, and then you go to somebody practice and you're like just kicking the ball around or whatever. It's like, I want you guys to be able to, like I said, Sean. Hey, we're inside, man. Just come, you're at the right place. Yeah, there's a yellow vehicle. You pass the yellow vehicle.
That's why we get the house for you.
All right, I saw you drive past.
Maybe just go talk to them all. Just go up there and find. They're fine.
Yeah, I'm going anywhere. All right.
They're not. I'll finish talking.
All right, go ahead. Let's do this talk a little bit.
So anyway, our heart is to actually, of course, grow you guys, but be a family. Because there are going to be hard times, there are going to be fun times, but we want to be there for you guys when it happens. And so when you do have games, you do have singing events or whatever. See, look, I didn't even know I knew he could sing. But the thing is Anthony comes on and talks about you guys. I feel like I know you guys more than you think because I hear him talk all the time. And that means that he genuinely cares. Sometimes I have to say, shut it off. And let's, but he's so passionate because he's passionate about two things. Obviously, his relationship with Christ is number one, but he's passionate about people. And once you become part of our family, I'm sorry, I'm like the most loyal person you'll ever get. So you're stuck with me, like, I'm just saying. But with that, if you guys do need things, You know, I am actually really smart. I don't know what happened on that test, but if anything, schoolwork, anything where you guys need help, we're there. And we want you guys to know that. And, but we want you guys to support each other as well, because that's what it's about. It's not about doing this by yourself. And especially when we challenge you guys. We challenge you guys because we love you guys and we see more potential in you. So if Anthony challenges you to do, I don't even know, I don't even know what this is, juggling, is that what it's called? Or you get like that? Okay, so if he challenges you like 15 juggles or whatever, and you're like, man, I can never do that, do your best. And that's all we ever ask sometimes, is do your best. And we're not going to condemn you if you come back and you can only do 10. Like, it's not that. We want to see you progress. But if you don't get stretched, you're not going to progress. And it's about being stretched a lot of times, because without pressure, you're not going to succeed. Without pressure in a ball, it doesn't fly high. Without pressure for a butterfly, if a butterfly doesn't get the pressure it needs in the cocoon to fly away, it cannot fly. It cannot do what it needs to do. So you have to have that pressure. So the days that you feel that pressure, go with it. And just know that it's developing you as a person. It's not there just to make you, make you go crazy, or especially have an emotional breakdown or anything like that, because trust me, we're there still. We get it all the time too. I get it a lot with school as well. So.
Awesome. And then just the reason why we do stuff like this is the last thing. I really want to start doing like this for you guys. Like name after the Alliance, whatever, because it sounded really good to me. Twice a month, just so you can build what we call, big word, community. Yeah, because it does good. For example, for Triana to see Ashley succeed, because then she's like, oh, I can do that. Now, when Felix succeeds and Sean succeeds, and we're all like, oh, you made this team too? Oh, you did it too? Then it brings everyone together, and then it creates an atmosphere of success. Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to brag, but I love going to your games. People are like, man, she got so much better. Or, man, they got it.
It was really awesome to hear. Like, for the first game I went to with Anthony, just because I have school on Saturdays and I can't go to games often, but I came to one and I heard about 5 people talk about you, of how well you were doing, and how well she was dominating. So to hear that, and I didn't even know you, but I was like, man, that means she's, it shows a lot and it means a lot. And then of course they're, I ain't gonna talk about you, but just saying how they said, no, they were talking about Ashley too, but they were talking about how well she's improved, but then how well she was playing. But so hearing things like that, of course, makes us proud. It makes us happy for you guys too, to celebrate that.
Yeah. I did my whole life.
You're so special.
All right. Yeah, Felix, you can go ahead and go. So I know you got that. Go ahead. You good?
No, I mean, I have to go now. They have
Go.
call me that by time.
Okay, alright, okay. Go ahead, man.
Just I'm just kidding.
Bye, Felix.
Bye, Felix.
Be
Bye.
safe.
See you Monday. We got practice.
Yeah. Look at mine.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Be safe.
I will. See you.
Bye.
Don't work hard for everything.
Bye.
Mess it up.
Good night,
Alright.
Yay.
Don't dance too much.
This is Sean from AMR Stover.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi, Sean.
Nice to meet you.
Sean,
I heard
there's
you
some
was
pizza on
talking
the
crap.
stove if you want some.
No, thank you.
Okay.
I just ate my grandpa just
She
got back
ate
in
your
town.
grandparents.
No, my grandpa just got back in town, so we went
Oh,
to the
okay.
end
I was like, you do know that's called cannibalism. Okay. All right,
Okay.
back to our
Yeah, okay.
motion part.
So, yeah, for the last 15 minutes, we're just going to talk about something that I thought was really important. This is in Matthew. It's in Matthew 6:33. Let me read my stuff.
Sorry. My head just turned that way.
You're just trying to be
Okay.
okay. Matthew 6:33 and 34. It says, verse 34 says, give your entire attention to what God is doing right now, and don't get worked up about what may or may not happen tomorrow. God will help you deal with whatever hard things come up. when the time comes. So I kind of want to talk about tonight